Hey everyone, this is John back again at my hive here in Northeast Ohio, and it's been a couple of weeks, more than 2 weeks since my last video, what I'm going to say is I have done an inspection, actually maybe a couple of inspections since the last video, but one was kind of in a hurried, just happened to be here, didn't set up the camera, so today we're going to do a full inspection and kind of see what's up. If you remember from the last video, we added 2 medium boxes, but they're empty. So I just have a feeder in here and I'm feeding them. Last time, actually, at the end of the video, I took the feeder out, but I put the feeder back in first with 1-to-1 sugar water, and now it's actually got a ratio of 2-to-1 sugar water. I have the gallon feeder, the bucket that turns upside down with a little screen, and I'll tell you, just to make it easy for you, we discovered that if you are, the bees are like traveling in and out, so it's so exciting. But if you do 8 cups of water, 8 cups of water, and that's a half a gallon, and then 2 full packs of 4-pound sugar, that'll give you a 2-to-1. And if you just do one of the packs of sugar with 8 cups of water, then you get a 1-to-1 ratio. The other thing I'll tell you is that what I always do is I put the 8 cups of water in the pot, I bring those to a hard boil, then I shut it off, wait a couple minutes, then I dump the sugar in, and then with a whisk I just turn it until all the sugar dissolves. So you can do 2-to-1 with 2 of those 4-pound packs of sugar, or you can do a 1-to-1 with 1 of the packs of sugar, and you'll be doing like a gallon of sugar water. That's something that I never knew, and we had to do some math with some friends, and we got it all figured out. So you'll notice that the bees are not very crowded. It's not that I was out here yesterday and it was 80 degrees and they were out in force, hanging around, slightly bearding, so that means that the colony is growing. Today it's about 64 degrees here in Northeast Ohio. It rained a lot for the past couple of days. We obviously had a cold front move through. We are expecting more rain next week, but today it's a cool day. I expect that the bees will be quite calm today. As you can see, they're coming in and out, so they're working. Look at that, full packs of pollen still going in, so the bees are still finding pollen. As I look out, I can see plenty of trees that are still flowering, so the bees are doing well. The other thing I'll tell you is when I looked through the last time, I found the queen, but I also found a queen cup. Now I'll show you the queen cup today, and it was kind of on the side of one of the frames. So is that a concern? I don't think so, but we want to keep an eye on it. The other thing I discovered was pine straw. Pine straw makes excellent smoke for the smoker. You got to keep it going, obviously, because it's losing its power, but I'm using pine straw, and I find pine straw a really good source of fuel for the smoker. So I'm going to get ready here, get the smoker back up going hard, strong, and then we'll be inside the box, and there it goes. We'll be in the box, and we'll do another inspection today. By the way, I obviously want to ask you to please subscribe to my videos. Just click below, click the bell so you get notifications when I add content, and I should definitely be hoping to add content more frequently. I am taking a couple of trips, so I'm very excited about that. And then also, give me a thumbs up on the videos. So that's supposed to help YouTube say that I'm a good YouTuber. As always, my theme is, I'm just a new beekeeper. I'm going week by week, and I'll also be including some history at some point during these videos, so you learn a little bit about beekeeping historically and some interesting history tidbits. All right, looks like a lot of bees are coming in all of a sudden, and we'll just get ready. I'll put my my hood up, so to speak, and we'll get ready. My veil up, and we'll get ready for some beekeeping here in my boxes. All right. Ooh. We're all set to go. One thing I'll also tell you is that if my video seems a little bit like skewed, it's because my shooter is I'm using a GoPro. So I don't plan on spending a lot of money on video equipment. Just a GoPro that I've had for a few years. I'm also finding, even with the pine straw, there seems to be a point of no return about how much stuff you want to shove into your smoker. They do have pellets, but we'll keep using smoke. Alright, I'm going to put the telescoping outer cover to the side here, because I'm going to move my brood box. I'm going to put my brood box there. I'm done inspecting the top one. So, less to lift is always a good thing. As you can see, here's my feeder, and once they are done, obviously, once they're done filling out these brood boxes and I start adding supers, at that point I won't be feeding them anymore, only because you don't want the nectar to be too thin in the top supers. So at that point you just want them to bring in pure nectar and produce their own honey. So this should be pretty full, because I just put this in a couple of days ago, 2 days ago. And again, they're loving it. It is very full. We'll just move this to the side for today, so we can work. Those bees will get back. As you can see, they're clustering here around the sugar. But what I also found that's kind of cool is that they don't really like the light so much. So they're going to crawl back in, which is kind of fun to watch. Smoke is thin, but still has smoke, so it's still good. But I'm going to keep pumping that until it burns off some of the pine on the bottom. Okay. So the key, what we're looking for today, is make sure that they're filling in this brood box and that they're creating comb. Last time I checked, I took a quick peek when I put the feeder in a couple days ago, and there's still some of these outside frames are still not drawn out. Ooh, but they are propylizing, that's for sure. So you can see a lot of them there. I'm going to put that there, so if they want to crawl in or fly in, you can go ahead and do that now. Take a quick look, make sure the queen isn't on the top, on the lid. She shouldn't be. And we have a lot of workers. We have a lot of workers. So that's a good sign. That means that the queen is laying eggs. We have some drones too, but she's a good queen. She's a good queen. You also remember from the last video, I got stung, and so when I came in like a week and a half ago to do an inspection, I used my thick, regular gloves, but I found these at Meyer, and they seem kind of the same material as my suit. We'll see. I might get stung again, who knows? But at least I have smoke working, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and smoke them down. Too much, but mostly I just want to get the smoke again. There it goes. The wind is blowing too, so kind of have to get creative with the smoke. Alright, so obviously we'll start from the outside frames, work our way in. I see a lot of propolis, even some looks like nectar on the outside. So the key is outer frames need to be drawn out so we can start adding the supers and start creating honey. All right, bees, come on. There we go. All right. Smoker's doing his thing. Let's get in there. See what we have. All right. Always start from this one closest to me. Ooh, they are sticky. All right. So let's take a look, see where we are. So they're not drawing on these outside frames. I'm going to move some frames that are drawn to the outside with nectar and honey, maybe some brood, just so they start kind of working on these outside frames, which should be doing by now, you see? So I see a little bit of white, and they're starting to draw on here, but really not much activity, so definitely want to go ahead and move these guys. I'll move these guys towards the center. Well, I'll move this frame. Once I move this frame, they're gonna go ahead and fly in. A lot of activity on that lid too, so it's kind of interesting. Now I'm seeing a lot of bees on frame number 2. It's possible that this one's been drawn out, and we'll see if there's brood. Now the next one I can see a lot of, definitely they're working on. So it's getting heavier, and on the outside starting to draw, but still could do better, to be honest with you. And on the that's the inside, and the outside, not much of anything. There's a lot of bees on it, and they're all worker bees. But why they're not drawing this comb or this frame is beyond me. Even though they're starting, they're getting a little lazy, so they're gonna need a little motivation. I'm gonna go back into this lid. There's a lot of bees on there. Just want to make sure my queen's not hanging out there, because I don't want to lose her accidentally. I don't see her on there, so I think we're okay. I think there might be some sugar water on there, and they're just kind of feeding on that residue of that. But there's definitely no queen on there, so that's good. Do your thing. Keep that smoke going. I know this sounds kind of annoying on the video. As long as we keep it going. Looks like we're getting some of that. Those pine. Alright, so this next frame is looking really sort of semi-good. But this might be the one that I moved to the outside. Gotta be careful here. And just kind of find a spot. Oh, there we go. Alright. So we're seeing some drawn frame. Honey. Oh, it's heavy. Alright. This one's heavy. So we're just going to take a look. First on the outside. And they're drawing a comb, depositing nectar. And like I said, a lot of nectar. This is going to be a big, heavy honey frame. As you can see, there's a lot of honey on the top, all nectar on the bottom. A big fat drone right there in the middle. Alright, nothing suspicious here or anything to worry about. But this one might stay on the outside for the remainder. Sorry, fella. I don't want to squish them too hard against the edge of the box there. Okay. Because some of those honey frames tend to bulge out. So, take a look. Next frame. Obviously, we're going to be seeing some. This is all honey and nectar. Still no brood, or cat brood, but I think we'll be close to something like that here. Also heavy, a lot of honey on the top, and some capped brood along the bottom. I'll show you in a second here. Honey, and I suspect, since I'm seeing some capped brood on the bottom, yep, I see larvae. The queen's been working here on this frame. Lots of honey. Man, it's heavy with honey. They definitely have lots of resources, lots of food to eat. So let's take a look at this side. Oh, look at all that. A beautiful, beautiful capped brood. Honey, lots of honey for them to eat. Oh, and there, you see, okay. So this is a capped queen cell. We have a capped queen cell. And so, it could be a situation where the queen is being replaced, right? It's called supersession. The queen will be superseded on that queen cell. So this is a cap. This is a queen. Where'd it go? Right here. I could pick it off, but it's possible that they want to replace the queen. So if we find the queen, we'll see what happens. Maybe she's sick, maybe she's not as prolific, but from what I can see, I mean, she's laying, and there's capped brood. The pattern looks okay, so we'll see what's going on with her. So that's a queen cup, right? When they're a queen cell is a queen, no, it's a queen cup when it doesn't have an egg and it's not closed, but this one is closed. And it has a queen in it. So should I let it emerge? We'll see if we find any more. And then we find our queen. There's another queen cup. It's not capped. It's closer to the bottom, so it looks more like it could be a swarm cup. We're going to pull that off. And certainly these bees don't have any reason to swarm at this point in time. There's a lot of brood on this frame. Lots of brood on this one, capped brood. Honey on the top, as you can see, nectar on the bottom, a lot of capped brood. I see some larvae on the bottom. I mean, I think this is a good queen. I don't know why they're looking to replace her unless something happened to her. So we'll keep moving on. Keep working here. I want to work quickly. I don't want to mess around too much. A heavy frame. See drone cells on the bottom. See a fat drone in the middle. That's not the queen. Well, my queen likes to move pretty good, but I don't see her on here at first glance. There's a pink dot, so that makes her a little bit easier to find. Take a look on the other side. Lots of honey, man. Lots of honey on this one. But no queen cups, right? So that's a good sign. We might just have the one. Okay. Not on there. At least I don't see her right now. Careful. just in case. Takes about 15 days for a queen to emerge, and I think that that's a pretty new queen cell, even though it's capped. Right. So I don't see eggs. Maybe. Yeah, I see some eggs. Should have worn my glasses. Honey again. Lots of capped brood on this frame. Quick look on this side. And see if we find anything. Queen. This is an interesting frame because it's not fully drawn all the way to the outside of it, but this is definitely one of my frames. So there's room for drawing. A lot of capped brood in the middle. Nectar, they're replacing with nectar. Maybe I'm feeding too much, I don't know. Definitely with all the honey on here, I might be feeding too much, so please comment on the bottom, help me out. Alright? Also, you know, be sure to subscribe. Hit the subscribe link on the bottom. Hit the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. And of course, your comments are greatly appreciated. Very valuable that I hear from experienced beekeepers that are watching and going, what's he doing? Alrighty. Okay. So we got a lot of honey again on the outside. A lot of open brood here, open space. See a lot of nectar deposited, not nectar, pollen. No queen on this one. And we have a lot of like open cells here. And I'm not necessarily seeing eggs or larvae on this one. And this is one of my, no, this is not one of my frames. Yeah, this is one of mine. Should have marked it, right? That would have been the smart thing to do. Big fat drone over there. And I thought this is where I saw the queen cup last time. It might be the next frame. So there's no queen here. At least not that I can see. Remember, she has a pink dot. Alright. Got a little pissed off with the bee right there. Alright. Moving on to the next frame. Hi, little guy. You're confused. There you go. Back home. Back home for you. Oh, okay. This one's lighter. And more honey. We're drawing this one out a little better. And a lot more nectar. Usually these outer ones carry a lot more nectar. Fat ass drone right there in the middle. Alright, but here on this side, I'm seeing that open queen cup still. So a little bit confused as to why they would want to replace her, but there's just one. I'm just going to let that happen. Okay, and I'm guessing a quick look at this outside one again is going to show me some undrawn. I mean, there's a lot of population on it, and they're starting to draw. So going on the outside, let me move this over here real quick, and we'll move some stuff around. For now, actually, I'm going to put that one back. Put that one back. Because I'm going to just move some frames to the outside, but not here. Alright? And I'm going to kill that swarm cup. Looked like a swarm cup anyway. Or cell below. But for now, I don't know what I'm going to do. Please comment again what I should do with the one cell. Alright? Move these guys over. So what I'm looking for is a cell that has some, that'll have some brood and nectar that's going to go to the outside. And it's probably going to be this one, even though this is the one that might have had that swarm cell on the bottom. So that's definitely coming off. Yeah, this one's got brood, and that's a cup. That's just a cup. We'll leave that one there for now. We're not going to mess with it. But this is the one that I'm going to move to the outside, just to give them some encouragement. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Again, if I'm doing this wrong, let me know. But my thinking is, let's move some of these bees to the outside. There we go. All right. This, put this here, and whoa, a big cluster of bees right there, huge cluster. Gotta wonder what's happening there. There's such a huge cluster. Look at it, they're just clustering. I don't think it's a robbing situation because there's nothing to rob in this hive. Definitely not in this frame. Nothing worth taking. So all right. Hive's getting very loud right now. This means that they're not happy. This in. Put this one here. Okay. So we're trying to encourage them to draw some comb. You tell me if this is the right thing to do. All right. So now we're just going to move this and take a look at the bottom brood box. Maybe the queen is down there, and we'll see what's happening. Propolis. Propolis is kind of like a pine. The bees bring it in from the trees. It's like more like a resin. Not necessarily pine, but it's a resin. Bees bring it in, and basically what they're doing is they're sealing the box, right, to make it weather tight, especially since it's been raining. So a lot of noise coming from the bottom of the box right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move that, and I'm going to work on that other box. I want to be safe always and not drop anything. There we go. All right. So look at, they're eating right there is at least a larva, and they're eating that. They do eat their young. Well, I'm hoping at least these frames have been drawn. At least they're starting to. And there's a little guy. Go back in there. Don't need to be on top of me. Boy, these are light too. So, am I overfeeding? I don't know. There's like nothing on this. They're kind of chimneying up. So that's why I'm kind of moving these around a little bit, just to kind of encourage them. Again, the comments are greatly appreciated. Subscription is appreciated. Hit that subscribe button, the notification so you know, and the thumbs up. Thumbs up doesn't mean that I'm doing a good job. It just means that you like the video. A lot of bees down here. Why are there a lot of bees down here? All right. Keep working. Empty frame again. So definitely these frames are going back towards the middle. I see a queen there. Remember, it takes 15 days for a queen to emerge, so I still have a few days for that queen cup, or that queen cell. It's a cell now because it's capped. So if I find my queen, do I let her be replaced? I mean, if they replace her, you'll be replaced with a queen from this colony, and clearly, you know, she'll want to work with a team. So this frame is, I believe, one of my original frames. A little bit more. So I'm seeing larvae, I'm seeing nectar. What I want to see is, I want to see if I see the queen down here, down below. So that means that she's moving around, working. I see larvae, but I don't see eggs. And that's a concern, I suppose. What's down here? There's a queen cup right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick that off. Right? It's almost like a, in case they want to swarm. But there's no reason for them to swarm because there's really nothing happening. A big cluster of them right here too. So what's going on over there? You know, just like school children, they're clustering around somewhere. There's trouble. they're big clusters of bees, but they're not drawing. Well, they are drawing. I'm lying there. They are drawing, but they're slowly drawing. So I have a question for those of you who are experienced watching this video. You can comment. Would a colony swarm if, I mean, there's still room, definitely room on the top. Would they swarm if they ran out of room in one brood box and not the other? Right? That'd be an interesting question. Obviously, as you can tell, this is not one of my original frames. See a lot of drone. Oh, we're seeing a capped swarm cell on the bottom, and some swarm cups. I'm getting rid of those. And go ahead and chop those off right now. I see my queen. I mean, they're replacing the queen. See a lot of nectar. So if they want to replace a queen, I'd rather than supersede. I don't want them swarming. There's a couple of them. See down there on the bottom? These. This is a queen cup. There's nothing in it. It's open. This is a queen cell. There's probably a queen in there. And I don't know how long that's been there, but this is coming on. There's larvae in there. So look at all this jelly. That's all royal jelly. You see that? We'll go ahead and eliminate that guy too. And those are all larvae for those are all drone larvae. Alright, so we've eliminated one of the problems, but I don't see why they would be ready to swarm. Again, comments, please, because I'm no expert here, but these queen cups, queen cells, I want to see them. So anyway, go ahead and keep working through this box. We didn't work on it last time, and so obviously these are getting ahead of me. I don't like that idea. So I expect, will I see more? There's drones. There's a queen. There's a, see that? Looks like a big peanut shaped. And there's a supersession, and it's capped. So I'll leave that there. But you might find a new queen, but that queen cell will come off. The queen cup on the bottom. This one right here. Alright. Look at all this. Royal jelly. Alright. And that's drones. Oh wait, there's another one. But that one, possible that queen emerged. Okay. Don't want those swarm cells on there. Again, I can't see why this colony wants to swarm. I was thinking about it. They're just replacing their queen. I don't know. We'll see. Keep working. Again, I need to be in here more frequently, obviously, just to be sure we don't have problems. queen there. See lots of drone cells on the bottom. Honey. I don't see eggs, so I'm thinking that the problem is this queen's not laying anymore. I mean, there's lots of open, there's nectar, but there's lots of open cells, and they should have eggs in them. And this is why I think they're superseding. They're replacing their queen. Okay. And she may have died, or she may have been killed off, or she's just ineffective. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bees, but why aren't they doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? All right, let's keep working through quickly because we've been in here quite a bit, and I don't want these bees to feel invaded or aggressive. They're not aggressive, actually. They're very mellow bees. But boy, this is heavy. Oh, a lot of drone cells on the bottom. I don't see any queen. There's one. Another queen cup. Another queen cup. There's 3 queens. No, yep. So we're gonna go ahead, and there's a larvae in one of them. Boy, oh boy. But it's open. It's an open. Oh. That's gonna come off. It's about to go on the ground. Okay. There they go. They're not happy about this. But this is gonna have to be taken off. Pinch it. Okay. Set down again. Ooh, look at that. Angry bee. Just sent the message out. So, I'm going to finish up. Again, they're not drawing here, but no queen cups. Drawing here, no eggs. Whoa, that's close, right? Be careful. All right. Again, having your colony replace its queen is not a bad thing, especially, like I said, if the queen was introduced, which a lot of beekeepers do, from a different colony, not drawn. Obviously there wouldn't be a queen on here, so we're gonna I'm going to move one of these right in between. Alright, it's fair to say these guys have had enough of it. Okay. As you can see, it has some drawn, and yeah, we're going to move this over here. Hopefully, try and encourage them too. All right, so we're going to start closing up here. A lot of noise. So they're ready for me to leave. Mm-hmm.